There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I've been hugely impressed with what I've seen so far from this guy, Jude Bellingham. You don't become a regular at one of Europe's leading teams at 17 unless you're very, very special. And he's the epitome of, if you're good enough, you're old enough.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt.
Ibrahimovic really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Leicester gets across to intercept that. And it's Roberto Carlos. Bellingham. And he's there to retrieve it. That's a lovely, neat pass. Tries to pass it through. He can get that clear. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. And here's Ibrahimovic. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. It's Luis Suarez! Oh, that was a half-decent effort. And this is Ibrahimovic. Ernest. Oh, that's well spotted. Vieira. First quarter of an hour gone. Luis Suarez. Lahm is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's in space and looking for options. Can he get onto this? And it's Vieira. Foot in. Now it's Luis Suarez. Out to the right. Now, can they get him away? Fired deep towards the back post. Seedorf gets it away. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Botafogo, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nicely weighted ball. He's being urged to shoot. Chance for a shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Referee's given a throw. Thinks about the shot. Roberto Carlos just loves to go forward whenever he can. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Played out towards the right wing. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Real chance! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Probing pass. And he's there to belt it away. Roberto Carlos. Lahm is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Bellingham. Seedorf. Here's Roberto Carlos. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now that looks a decent ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the referee brings the first half to a close. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Araujo. And it's Roberto Carlos. Looking tidy in possession here. Vieira. Luis Suarez.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And he's picked out the run. That is good alertness. Ernest. Ibrahimovic. Nesta is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Oh, that's a key interception. And that's put paid to a promising move. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. Roberto Carlos. Oh, he's found support out wide. Roberto Carlos has crossed into the middle. Good read, needed to be. Pirlo.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
The ball has bounced loose now.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And no, that was never going to make it. And he's had it nicked away. Ernest. Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Oh, that was vital. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Lahm. Ibrahimovic. That's good running with the ball. Ferdinand puts his foot on the gas. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Ball driven towards the far post. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Bellingham. Now it's Ibrahimovic. He's going to be disappointed with that. Vieira. Now, can they get him away? That has been cut short. And it's Roberto Carlos.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Roberto Carlos. Now it's Luis Suarez. They'll have one final crack at it.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Ferdinand. Roberto Carlos goes on a run down the left wing. And it's Lahm. And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Roberto Carlos. Great ball if he can get there. Oh, that's neat. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Vieira demonstrating his defensive quality there. Vieira. And it's Roberto Carlos. And here's Mbappe. Bellingham wins the duel this time.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He's had a shot! And they've got rid. That's a throw.
Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 14, camisa 9, camisa 20, camisa 22. Deixando o campo para a entrada de...
And that's it. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. As you can see, we've already started here. Ibrahimovic is carrying after that one. Now that looks a decent ball. Seedorf has it in a wide position. That's a decent clearance.
It's impossible to ignore the genius that is Andrea Pirlo. He plays a deeper midfield role, but his whole game is designed to spray passes forward.
Just one of a kind.
Yeah, these guys now are almost extinct.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Pull it, and this is Ronaldo. Ronaldo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Seedorf, and now the breakaway. Cristiano Ronaldo. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Nesta has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Now it's Mbappe.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Botafogo have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Hoeneß goes short. He's tried one! And how good was that? That is a gem! An absolute gem! And Botafogo are in front. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Botafogo are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Pirlo is the guilty party there. Araujo, a player who needs no introduction. And that could set him on his way. And this is Ronaldo. Great challenge, time to perfection. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. That is great defending, so alert. No foul, says the referee. He's on it, can he get away? Roberto Carlos. Nicely spread. Played back into the centre.
Pretty robust defending.
Now that's well seen too.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Nicely weighted ball. Ronaldo picks it up out wide. Quick look, then plays it in. Mbappe. Hoeneß has found the net here, of course. And it's Lam. No, he's not getting past him there. Roberto Carlos with the foul. Nesta is very much of the none-shall-pass school of defending. And it's Roberto Carlos. Ferdinand calmly anticipates. Now it's Seedorf. Seedorf. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lahm, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Roberto Carlos charging forward down that flank. Pirlo. Oh, delicate chip through. Oh, delightful ball. Ronaldo could try cutting inside here. Looking for a corner. Ferdinand is there, and he can get that clear. Araujo can get it clear. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Araujo getting this one clear. And there is the half-time whistle. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Botafogo head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead.
Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 9.
So off we go once more. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference.
Camisa 10.
Bale in the hunt and looking threatening. Botafogo different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
This looks promising. Hernes.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Looking for the run. Pull it in acres of space out wide. And it's Vieira. Hernes! He's got a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Bale really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
And yes, it's him again. So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Oh, such a clever touch. Seedorf. And Seedorf! Just cruising! They are cruising! And the lead is extended still further. He just absolutely speared that in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Camisa 22.
Botafogo find a position of real strength now.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Lahm made a search from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Looking for a runner. Nesta cuts out the pass. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And this is Pele. Knocks it into space. And it's Pirlo. Oh, good ball. Luis Suarez! That was quite a test for the goalkeeper. Corner number 2 then. And he gets rid in a hurry. Ferdinand receives it in a good position here. Now it's Hullet. And this is Bale. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Botafogo are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Pele driving forwards. Vieira did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Lam. And here's Hullet. Good read, needed to be. Vieira. Now Luis Suarez. Now it's Pele. Pele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, shooting chance! It's in! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? It's their second corner of the game. Bale with the short one. Now it's Bale. Bale going face-to-face with his great rival. Decent chance! Off the post! And that would have won it.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
Botafogo have their third corner. They've played it short. And here's Bale. And he shoots! It's there! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So now the difference is shapes to shoot! Hullet. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Vieira goes steaming forward. Just 5 minutes left. He's picked his way through. Oh, the whistle's gone. What's he given? Botafogo presented with a golden opportunity here. And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Senhoras e senhores, vejam no telão os horários dos trens nas principais estações da